Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. It is Sunday, otherwise known as Wednesday. So today I wanted to talk about fellow Once cast member Jennifer Morrison. Jennifer Morrison plays Emma Swan, aka the Savior, and currently the Dark Swan. Emma has never been one of my favorite characters on the show, and I'll tell you why shortly. But Emma had quite an interesting backstory. Her backstory starts off with her being the daughter of Prince Charming and Snow White. Her birth was actually prophesized that she was going to be the savior that saved everyone from this curse, and Snow was informed that they could be saved if Snow, while she was pregnant with Emma, can go through the magical wardrobe. That would save them from the curse because the wardrobe could take two people. But little did they know that Geppetto's son Pinocchio took the first spot, so Snow was actually forced to give up Emma and send her through the magical wardrobe, which led her to be raised in our world for 28 years. Emma had a rough life in our world. She was raised in the foster system, and she was constantly in and out of foster homes. So she really never felt that sense of belonging, and that's kind of been a central theme for her on the show, is to find out where home is and where she belongs. She had a friend named Lily, and Lily actually caused trouble for Emma, and actually got her kicked out of a foster home, which I thought was really sad because Emma found a friend, but got her kicked out of a foster home. She met Neil Cassidy when she was 18, and Neil betrayed her, and that led to Emma being in jail and her finding out she's pregnant with his kid, and that was Henry that Regina adopted, because Emma gave him up for adoption, so Regina adopted him. And Emma is definitely shocked 10 years later when Henry shows up at her doorstep. She's shocked that the kid she gave up is just standing there, and she's also shocked at the fact that Henry strongly believes in fairy tales. She returns Henry's storybook, and immediately you can see signs of the town changing, because the town was still, time stood still for 28 years, and there's already signs when Emma came to town that the town was changing, that the curse was breaking. The curse was actually broken by True Love's kiss when Emma saved Henry. One of the reasons I don't like Emma is because I don't like the fact how Henry favors Emma over Regina. And it's because Regina raised Henry for all those years. That is his mom, adopted or biological or not. That is his mom. Emma had an opportunity to be in Henry's life. She chose a closed adoption for Henry, but she could have had an open adoption and been in his life, and she chose to give him up. And she was very selfless in that. She wanted him to have a better life. And he did. He did have a nice life with Regina, but it seems like at times that Emma tries to keep Henry from Regina, even now that she's changed. She has a problem with him staying over at her house. I'm like, why? That's his house. That's where he lives. Where does he live now? He lives in Snow's apartment where he has to share a room with Emma. I assume that's where he's sleeping, because there's a room for Snow and Charming, and then there's the attic upstairs where Emma sleeps. So unless Henry's sleeping on the couch, I don't know that situation. But I don't like how he refers to her as mom when Regina is his mom, and it seems like that she has all the say. And actually in one episode, Emma took Henry across state lines, which is considered kidnapping if you don't tell his mom. And Regina was asking, where's my son? And Snow informs her that Emma took him to Manhattan, and she's like, why didn't anyone tell me? And Snow's like, oh, well, I don't think she has to run anything by you. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's his mom. Of course you have to run stuff by him. Another thing is when Henry's father came to town, which I thought was nice that Henry got to spend some time with his dad, but Regina knew nothing about him, and Emma is just letting him around him. Like, she should have at least let Regina know that he was in town and that Henry's having contact with him. Anyway, Emma's had a lot of love interest on the show. She first seemed to have a crush on Sheriff Graham, who was in a relationship with Regina at the times, and I think, in my opinion, Emma stole Graham from Regina, and this actually was a turning point in the show because it actually brought up the question of what really is true love, because I think that with Emma that Graham was a crush, but when Graham kissed Emma, he remembered everything. Like, it seemed like the curse was broken for him, like he got his memories back. So I think that Emma was Graham's true love, but Graham wasn't Emma's true love. She also had a crush on August Booth, who was Pinocchio, which, awkward. We actually found out that August was in a foster home with Emma, and he was supposed to help her and stay with her, not abandon her, and he left her in his foster home, and he's always had some kind of guilt over that. And you see August trying to help Emma believe him and Henry are trying to work on Operation Cobra. It's actually kind of weird because it's really weird to see Pinocchio go from a adult to a boy, adult to a boy, adult to a boy again. I thought that was really a weird choice on the writer's part to do that. Her other love interests have been Neil and Hook, and I really believe that she truly loves Neil. Like, they've gotten into situations on the show, and you could see that Emma fights for Neil, and like when Tamara shoots Neil and he falls into the portal instead of Emma, when they go to Neverland, she's so happy to see Neil again. And all the while it seems like she kind of has feelings for Hook, but it seems like Hook is the one that's interested in Emma, not the other way around. Neil unfortunately dies in season 3, and a short time after that is when Emma showed an interest in Hook, which had me bring up the question of true love again. I was very curious. It seemed like Neil just died. It seems like she's in love with Hook a little bit too quick. Like she got that's her default boyfriend now because Neil's gone. But Hook and Emma, Hook and Emma definitely have some romantic moments when Hook takes Emma on the first date, and even though they got together kind of fast, I really think their relationship is going slow, and their relationship is continuing to grow. I just recently Hook wanted to purchase a house for Emma, so I'm really happy that Emma has finally found somebody, which is great for her. The whole Hook and Neil thing, that's just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, if you think Emma should be with Neil or Emma with Hook, comment down below. Something that was never brought up is when Snow and Charming had never baby, that being Neil, and it really showed. Well, actually, it was kind of weird because in Neverland, when they were sharing their deepest desires, Snow says, "I want to have another child," and it was really heartbreaking to watch because they really barely ever spend time with Emma. You would think you'd want to spend time getting to know a kid you lost, you know? And they have this baby, this new baby that they get to start over and start fresh, and it kind of makes it look like they forget about Emma in a way. So I was really hoping that they'd bring up that issue, or bring up Emma's feelings toward her new brother or new sibling. One of the things that was heartbreaking for me to watch is when Emma and Hook went back in the past and they brought Miriam back, because Emma believed that was the right thing to do, and it actually destroyed Regina's happiness, and I was so mad that Emma did that. But I really did enjoy seeing Emma and Regina having a friendship going on in season 4, and Emma saying that she wants to help Regina. She's not going to rest until she helps her get her happy ending. And you really saw them coming together, not only for the town, but for Henry too. And it was also interesting to see the different sides of magic, light and dark, because Regina's always had dark magic, but she's discovered that she has light magic now, and vice versa. Emma's always had light magic, her being the savior, but now with her being the Dark Swan, has dark magic, but she also has that light magic in there. How she became the Dark Swan is when the darkness is drained from Rumple, it was going to go to Regina, and Emma actually saved Regina from the darkness, saying that she deserves her happy ending. You've worked too far for it. And that led to the whole storyline of season 5, the Dark Swan storyline. And I actually really liked that storyline. We got to see a new side of Emma, and she was really good as the Dark Swan. Like I said, you got to see a new side of her and see her use magic and see her actually be evil and everything. What we also learn is that Hook is also the new Dark One as well. So not only Dark One, but Dark Ones. So I'm really looking forward to see what happens there. It's been a while since Once Upon a Time has been on, but I believe that currently the news curse is broken, and now they're going to the underworld to save Hook because Emma had to kill Hook for to sacrifice so there would be no darkness anymore. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, because the darkness had to go somewhere, and Hook said to kill him, and Emma did that, and it was so hard to see that, because she's also worked hard to find happiness and find out where she belongs, and to lose that again. So they're going to the underworld to rescue Hook, and I truly believe that love will conquer all. Well, true love will conquer all, and Emma and Hook will be reunited shortly. So that's what I have to say about Emma. If you love Emma Swan, or like or want to have a discussion about Emma Swan or any first ships or anything about Emma, comment down below. And one thing I forgot to mention is that even though Emma isn't one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite scenes in the whole series is when Snow and Charming get their memories back and they're reunited with Emma. I just thought that was such a touching scene. It was so sweet and so beautifully written. I'm really excited to see what the writers have in store for our savior of Storybook. I hope to see her and Regina work more with their light and dark magic like they have been. That's always been fun to watch, and I always enjoy seeing them two working together. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to catch Once Upon a Time, it returns from winter hiatus Sunday, March 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. Until next time, stay regal.